page, so they can actually implement that. Any questions up until now? Any specific issues you're having, or any specific questions regarding how you're implementing branding on your site? Pin drop. There's a code. Of course, you can use the HTML link to do that, but if you want to cache your shortcut icon, go ahead and use this to reference the icon file.
Is there anywhere we can get these little tips and things?
In my PowerPoint, it'll be on the meetup.com site.
Okay.
Definitely, and there's quite a few of the slides also have notes in them as well. A lot more than just pretty pictures. All right, another thing I didn't get a chance to demo, I was hoping to after this as well, but probably won't. You can actually, one of the things within internally for your content editors is providing them brand guidance. You know, of course they have the rich text editor, and they can go ahead and make changes to it. They can color fonts or color text as red with a blue background. They can do to their heart's desire. You can go ahead and disable some of these ribbon groups and actions if you want, but another thing you could actually do is, you know, kind of let them reign free and provide custom styles as well as custom markups, so they can highlight the text and from the ribbon select SharePoint Fest Blue or SharePoint Fest Blue or whatever your company name is and provide that. And the HTML for that is very simple. .ms, our rich text editor style, blue background, or H1 blue. And that actually go ahead and get, so whenever a user does highlight the text and they select this element right here, they'll go ahead and be able to, you'll be able to define that. So if, let's say there's certain custom styles for your H2s, H3s that you want everybody to use, instead of forcing it through CSS, because remember, when they do it through the rich text editor, that's inline code. So they will override your code. This is a great way to kind of enforce that.
I have a question about that. Where do you specify the title, SharePoint Fast Blue?
Yes, I forgot to include that in there, but so you do it -ms, -name, and then blue background, or SharePoint Fest Blue.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice.
And the same thing over there as well.
Because otherwise it just shows the
Right.
the name,
Right, exactly.
not the title.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's the way to do it. And that's Microsoft syntax, not CSS related, but there's code also to be able to float the ribbon. So very similar to what I had done before. If you want the ribbon to stay at the top and you want the content to scroll, but you still want the scroll bars at the edge, there's a way to do that as well, following my guidance here. All right, and the other item is that for public-facing sites, you do get a prompt saying, you know, you need to activate or install or enable name.dll. Can be annoying for users. What does name.dll do? It provides you integration with Office. So this is something that not everybody needs. Probably from an intranet perspective, it makes sense to have that, but from a public-facing site, you probably just want to disable the calls. So these functions are essentially overriding what Microsoft provides for that integration. So the first one is process IMN, that's the presence, and the other one is the actual presence markers. So, all right, and if you want to read up about that, there's the knowledge base article. So, if we go to my site here. I have two demos here that I've set up. The first one is what I've done before in terms of apple.com. So let me just open up. Let me just open up Google Chrome. And you'll notice the ribbon is on at the top. Sign out over here too. So all this code, you can actually go ahead, let me open up the Metro theme as well. There's that. Slip over to the Metro theme, and there's a Metro theme, which is still a work in progress, but with a fixed area, as well as styling on the web parts. That's been implemented. The code's all going to be available on that CloudShare virtual machine for you, and on the meetup.com site you'll have a link there to access that. Okay. And oh, the other thing was I'm going to be also adding on to this list of free master pages. So if you go to spmasterpage.codeplex.com, that's where all these master pages are going to be available. And of course, the reason it's going to be on the Codeplex site is because it's not just my master pages, a couple other designers are joining on board too, to provide free master pages that can work on Foundation and as well as Office 365. So that's there as well. If you're interested, feel free to join as a contributor, and we'd love to have you on board. And let's. So a couple more things, design considerations. Be easier in your portal. Definitely try, this is outside of branding altogether, but try to use a sandbox to limit the resource usage in terms of performance. Avoid referencing the items collection directly. What else? And this is more for developers. Avoid using custom site definitions if you can. Try to use site templates, as well as feature templates to build out your SharePoint sites or your actual solutions. And understand the effects of upgrading the feature. So of course, in terms of ghosting, unghosting, understand what's going to happen. Eventually when things do go to version next. Don't do it for that moment just to get to a rush job and try to finish it on time or as quickly as possible. Follow best practices in your design. All right, if you want more, hopefully you got some quite a few tips in terms of what to do and how to do SharePoint design work. If you want more in terms of jQuery, SP services, or anything else, then there's a book out there by some of the other MVPs that is available. I'll get to that slide. One thing I want to leave off with is take baby steps. Remember the iceberg principle. Take it on a phased approach. Take it systematically. Work your way up. And here's the professional SharePoint branding and user interface guide. I have 2 books here that I'd like to give away. Mastering SharePoint Foundation 2010. So I think Foundation is a lot of value in there, a lot of functionality in there that Microsoft providing for free. So that's something that I want to give away, as well as one of the oldies but goodies, SharePoint 2007 design. So feel free again to tweet, and I'll at the end of the session.